2 of the long-awaited Kouri Richins trial. Richins is the woman accused of poisoning her husband with fentanyl just a bit over 3 years ago, then writing a children's book on how to deal with grief. ABC4's Jake White has been inside the courtroom since the trial started yesterday. And Jake, I know you said there was a lot covered on day one. Can you say the same for today?
Lindsay, absolutely. And just to put it into perspective for you, I took more than 20 pages of notes. That's how many topics were covered, and it's only day 2. But also, they stayed around the same area as figuring out what exactly happened on the night of Eric Richins' death. Now, we've heard from many people today on that stand, and beginning this morning with the completion of that cross-examination of Deputy Vincent Wren with the Summit County Sheriff's Office. Now, he was in charge of the death investigation and securing the scene the night that Eric Richins died, and that's according to the defense. But both the death investigation checklist and secured scene checklist were an important topic this morning as well, because according to the defense, out of the 6 objectives on that secure scene checklist, the 2 that stood out were secure the scene, meaning that to get anyone out of the house that should not be in there at the time, and photograph the scene, both of which the defense argues was not done properly, especially when it comes to securing the scene before the photos were taken of the home the night of the death. But even more pressing for the past 2 days of this trial, with the initial reaction of Kouri Richins' reaction when she initially found out that her husband had died, and that keeps on coming up every day in this trial so far. Take a listen.
Every time I spoke to Miss Richins, it just seems like her face was in her hands and I couldn't see her face. I think at one time I even leaned down and just tried to look to see her emotions. But, you know, it was just a little abnormal.
How many times had you encountered Miss Richins having lost a loved one?
Never.
You can't say it's abnormal.
I said it was abnormal to all the other calls that I've been on.
Like he said there in his testimony, Ms. Richins' reaction was not consistent to the reactions that he would typically see on a death scene, especially that of someone as a close spouse. Now, with witness testimonies, they don't end there. We had multiple witness testimonies today, and they all covered the same thing, that initial reaction when she found out that her husband had died. So stick with us, as I'll be here all day covering and giving you the latest inside of that courtroom. Live here in Park City, Jake White, ABC4 News.
Yeah, Jake, hard to know what to make of all that. Thanks for your coverage out there. We appreciate it. All right, well, we'll continue to bring you team coverage of the courtroom in the case of Kouri Richins, so stay with ABC4, both on air and online at abc4.com. We're also streaming on News 4 Utah Plus.